Death is not the end. It is merely the beginning. While others fear the abyss, you command it. You are the master of the fallen, the architect of the damned. Where your enemies see an end, you see an army waiting to be unleashed. In Last Epoch, the Necromancer isn't just a summoner, it's a force of nature. Swarm your foes with relentless undead, bend the will of death itself, and ascend beyond mortality. The grave is calling. Will you answer? In terms of leveling and in-game builds, this class defines simplicity. If you are looking for that laid-back farming class, this should be your go-to build. The summoning is up to you, the damage is up to your minions. Starting out, you will use Summon Skeletons, Rip Blood, and Marrow Shards until you reach Acolyte level 10 and gain access to your Bone Golem. Your fighting style should be 2 archers and 1 melee minion at level 3. You will play a back and forth game of AoE spamming Marrow Shards, which take away health on every cast, and once your health gets to halfway, you can use Blood Rip to build it back up. Keep an eye on your minions, as the melee minion will be killed every so often and you are gonna need to replace them. Always check your skills and passive windows to upgrade your minions and your passives. Linked below are my preferred builds, so if you wish to follow it, please do. If by luck and decent armor does drop with minion damage, health regen, player health regen, or physical resistance, equip it. As always, you can also craft these attributes on your gear if you have a deep pool of shards, but it isn't really needed or that helpful. Once you reach level 10 and unlock your Bone Golem, you will have 2 skill points to put into him and an extra skeletal minion to bring your army to 5 auto DPS minions. At this point, drop Marrow Shards and just use Rip Blood to direct your minions to the targets you want to defeat. Basically, let your minions do all the work for you until you reach your next big power boost, which is Volatile Zombies at level 16. At this point, you will have a developed minion army and you can replace Rip Blood with the Volatile Zombies. You will now basically spam zombies on top of mobs at range and watch them explode while your army takes care of everything else. Once you hit level 20 and you complete the Power of Mastery quest at the end of Chapter 2, grab 5 more quick levels and your next big upgrade enters into the picture in the form of Skeletal Mages. Replace your skeletal minions with them and continue down your path. At level 30, you will unlock the Dreadshade. This minion buffs the summoning minion's damage, but dies very easy, so you will want to mouse over your golem and spawn attach the shade to the golem. Keep an eye on the Dreadshade icon at the bottom left of the screen and respawn it on top of the golem as soon as you see it die. From this point onward, you are really only leveling up until you reach endgame. Your final golem is the Abomination. However, I really only pull this thing out on very big boss fights because you will not only have to destroy all of your minions and replace them, but you will also just get about a minute and a half before he explodes, and you will have to finish the fight without him anyways. When gearing up through the levels, don't be picky. Any gear that has the following implicits or affixes on it should replace old gear using the following stat order of importance. Level of minion, whatever level you are using of course, minion damage, skeletal mage damage, minion health regen, mana and mana regen, and finally volatile zombie speed and damage. These affixes can be found on different items, and when you find something better, you can remove them from the existing gear piece that you have by using Runes of Shattering, and you can place the affix on gear at a later time. Also remember to upgrade these stats using shards. In addition, some items like turquoise amulets and rings have implicits with minion skills built into them, so keep an eye out for these after level 31. Also around this time, you can find oak scepters or sickles with similar minion damage as weapon options, or any uniques with minion skills can be used, but replace them once you find an item which fits the stat chart previously mentioned. As for passive and skill leveling, I have left a leveling list in the comments below, or alongside a link to a max roll build guide where you can manually move and see how each skill point is put into the tree as I made my way through the game. Now, this build will take you to somewhere around level 70, where you should begin to start finding more powerful items and thus make different choices to build your own unique styles. This guide was meant only as a means to level up. The primary reason for making this is after looking at old leveling builds, I felt there was a lot left unexplained in the early stages and felt better choices of gear could have been introduced post level 30. Than what I was actually seeing. So thank you for your time, and remember to like and subscribe if you found this game helpful. If you found this guide helpful.